Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's stream with your boy. That's me, with your boy, LNobbins. How are we all doing today? Welcome, one and all. It is the UEFA Super Cup. And let's get a nice... What are we thinking? Pink? I'm thinking a pink background. I'm thinking a bit of a cheeky pink background. How is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing? Hello, Lucas. I'm late the knobhead, says Lucas. Oh, isn't that a lovely first chat comment to come to? Hello, Lucas, mate. Love you too. How are you doing? How has your day been? You know. How you doing? Hello, DR, my man. DR, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a rat do you think I think you are? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a rat do you think I think you are? Hello, Tab. Same question to you. Same question to everyone, actually. No, Lucas, we're also on Twitch. Can you not see me, Lucas? Can you not see me? Can you not hear me? This is Twitch and YouTube, Lucas. Don't you worry about it. Don't even worry. Don't worry about a thing. Because every little ting is... I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be all right. Actually, we're all going to die. Oh, 8 out of 10. DR thinks 9.9 out of 10. The stream wasn't coming up. Weird, Lucas. Well, hopefully it should be coming up now. Hey, there we go. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to do. Guys, rate the sweet treat that Mrs. Nobbins got me. You know, clearance, 75p, pop dots. They're sort of like... little donut things, but it's like the middle bit of a donut. Look at that. Look at that. I'm showing you how easy it is. Look at that. Rate that. Hello, Orange Slayer. Oh, like a... It's just like a donut, but with no hole in it. What a sick W. Only a 5 out of 10. What AIDS? What absolute AIDS? It's a really good... It's just like a donut. Lucas, mate, I'll do what I want. Tab calling me a fat cow. Excellent stuff. Love that from you, Tab. Love it, mate. And by love, I mean hate. Donuts are mid. Jack, we're going to have serious words, I swear. I love donuts. They're so elite. But yeah, anyway, guys, it is the UEFA Super Cup. Real Madrid, the champions... Sorry, the Champions League champions versus EINTRACHT FRANKFURT, the Europa League champions in a sort of... curtain raiser to the European season competition, etc. Let me know what you guys think the score is going to be. Get your score predictions in the chat. I am going to say that Real Madrid are going to win. It's going to be a comfortable game. They're not going to dominate in terms of goals. However, Frankfurt are not going to have a sniff, and I'm going to say Real Madrid a comfortable 2-0 win. I hope that. Tab, mate, you do you. I ate that in one. I'm so morbidly obese. Hello, Wall Blue. What are my thoughts on the greatest musician ever, Kanye West? I like Kanye. In fact, can you see? Can you see? Let's see if we can get a focus in. Wait, let's switch. See that? Can we... Oh, that's the wrong thing. There we go. Where is he? Right next to Mancini. We've got Kanye West. There he is. With that, that's his Power solo album. What a W. What an absolute W. So yeah, so I like Kanye. I like his music a lot. In answer to your question. Pick a team that you think are unlikely to win the Champions League, and if it happens, you shave your head. Well, I'm not going to do that, DR, am I? Come on now. Or, because it's never going to happen, shall I say that if City win the Champions League, I'll shave my head? You know. Fair play, chat. Who do I think is scoring? Benzema will get one. And I will say that Militao will also get one from like a corner or something. That is my prediction. And Benzema, yeah, Benzema will open the scoring. Militao will confirm it. We have 1 goal in the first half, 1 goal in the second half. Frankfurt they'll try, they'll huff, they'll puff, but ultimately they will not blow the Real Madrid house down. Hello, KX. Militao's washed, says Jack. Oh, do you wait for Super Cup? Let me know what you guys think about the UEFA Super Cup. Yes, Leo, he's back with the 7-1 predictions. Let me know what you guys think of the UEFA Super Cup. Do you give a toss about it? Is it sort of like the Community Shield where it's like it's just nice to win? Where do you rank it? It's a trophy, that sort of thing. Let me know. Pointless trophy, says Jack. Do you think it's more just like a showpiece? It's a 3-0 route. Benzema 1, Vinny 1, Rudiger 1. Since Rudiger isn't starting, I'm saying a Casemiro screamer. Who knows, maybe Gertz will come off the bench and do some bits for Frankfurt. Tev thinks it's pointless, but Wall thinks it's a very important trophy. Do make sure to follow, by the way, Wall Blue, if you aren't already doing so. Mo, what do you think of the trophy? Instead of telling me to shush, you rat. You think it's worth more than the Community Shield? Super Cup drinks, unless United win. Wait, what? Oh, Super Cup shit, unless United win Europa. Let me know who you support, Wall Blue. I've eaten all these things immediately. Before the kickoffs even started, my snack's gone. Is it weird if I think the Europa League trophy looks aesthetically more pleasing than the Champions League trophy? What do you guys think? I should do a tier list of that, like the most aesthetic trophies. I don't know if I really like the way the Champions League trophy looks physically. How is it a friendly if the only way you could qualify by winning the Champions League or Europa League is Wall Blue? It's a good take. Jag. Michael Oliver is the ref. Am I taking Man United Ronaldo or Liverpool Suarez? That's an interesting question. But you mean like if it's in general, then it's Ronaldo, isn't it? I think that's fair. It's a trophy. I rate it highly because to be even participating in it, you have to be a really good team. Best looking trophy is the Vanarama National League North. See, I really like the way that the old championship, the old Division 1 trophy looks. That is a really nice trophy. I think it looks a lot nicer than the Premier League trophy. If you are in the TikTok, by the way, and you want to be able to chat with me, engage, click the Twitch link in my bio because I can't really read the TikTok messages easily / at all. My predictions, asks Yaduk. Real Madrid will win 2-0. Let me know yours. Cam on my boy Benzi. The TikTok background is Fall Guys. What do you mean? I don't know what that means, TikTok background. I don't know what that means. Oh well, doesn't matter. Why have you got subtitles? I don't know, Leo. You can turn them off. You can turn the subtitles off. I just have those on, closed captions on, just in case people who are hard of hearing or can't listen want to take part. But you can turn those off quite easily. I think the Copa America trophy is better than the World Cup. I think the Copa America trophy looks far too tall. You support Nice. I don't support Nice, but Nice are my French team. I've got a Nice kit. What a W. Well done, Wall Blue. We keep Gomez or nah. Which Gomez, Cambo, man? Which Gomez are we talking about? Yeah, Village, if you could, that'd be helpful. Chelsea, Diego Costa is the most underrated player in the Prem. I just hated Diego Costa so much. And not because like he was a really good player and because like Chelsea won like the league over City that year. But just not even a bastard in a nice way, like a properly really grim footballer. Diego Costa and fuck off, says Mo. I agree. Oh yeah, very good striker, but I could have done without the theatrics. Like, there's a time and a place for being theatrical and being dirty, but then there's what Diego Costa did. Oh yes, the left back for City. Yes, I'm hoping. Well, I don't know what the situation is, because are City going to sign another left back? That's the question. I don't know. If not, we have kicked off. If not, then we've got to keep him, I think. Mo, that's an L for you. Exactly, he could bang in the goals, but he was a bastard. I ever won a full kit? Do you mean like with shorts and socks? No. Well, when I was young and like played football, I had like a full kit with like the socks and stuff that I played in. Got shapeshifter hero Di Natale. Well done, Danilo. I'll need to get a meet before halftime. Yeah, KX, sort that out. Your dad's French, you support Nice, and your mum's Colombia, so you support Deportivo Cali. Ooh, wow, but you live in Miami, so you're like into Miami. But you're like, wow, that's a very bohemian environment that you've been brought up in, Wall Blue. Well done. I just like Nice because I like the kit and the badge, and because Balotelli played for them, and Vieira managed them. We're apparently close to agreeing a deal for Sergio Gomez, who's played 9 different positions in his career. I saw that he's a tiny man as well. He's like 5'7", so. Hello, Manadiran. Yeah, as I say, we have kicked off, by the way. I'm expecting this to be a quite a straightforward Real Madrid victory. So I feel like this will be much more. There won't be that much analysis in this stream. Can't lie to you. I forgot this game was happening. So I will obviously be watching the game, giving my commentary on it, etc. However, I feel like this will be quite a chilled out stream, you know, compared to the City West Ham one, for example, where I was heavy on the analysis. I was gonna say who are less star, but because he spelt it like that. But yeah, Leo, what are your thoughts and hopes and predictions for Leicester this season? Where they're going to finish? Are they going to do anything in the in the cups? A chill game, says Daniela. Exactly, but we can still have a chat and enjoy the match, and you know, you can ask me football questions and all that stuff. Who is Lainad? Is that the guy who was, oh, is that your arch nemesis from Fall Guys earlier? You've made 2 in a row, KX. What is wrong with you, mate? Like, do you know what I mean? Just chill out. Anyway. Bit of a litmus test for Real Madrid. It will be good to see if they can crack on following their European Cup victory. I'm not going to lie. Oh, it's the BT broadcasters fucking up. I'm not going to lie, I thought that Real Madrid were very lucky to win the Champions League. And it just goes to show again that you do not need to be the best team, nor do you need to play the best football within a match to win. Hello again, Musty. You're so far behind, Lucas. I wonder why you're so far behind, Lucas. Lucas, if you want to, though, mate, what you can do is you can go to the YouTube channel and you can actually pause the live stream there. So if you want to sync up your clock, then you can go to the YouTube, pause it, and then you can be in time with me. KX, it must be a name. Oh, BT are fucking up again. BT broadcast in the mud. I think we're in Finland today, by the way. Who's the best ever Premier League player? Thierry Henry. It's Thierry Henry. It's got to be. It's got to be. You're already subscribed to me on YouTube, Wobblers. I'm guessing this is your first time on the Twitch then. I'd like to eventually do another documentary. However, the only issue with the Colin Bell documentary was it took me... Why are you going strike kicks? It did take me about 2 months to do. So a lot of work, and I basically wasn't able to do any other content in that time. So it takes a lot of work. But eventually I'd like to do one. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I would. Make a documentary about how good I am at Fall Guys. Definitely not. KX is a Scottish nonce, to be honest. Get in, Lucas. Good to know. Yes, you can hold down the fort there. Found the YouTube videos, followed TikTok. Didn't know it was you, and then just joined Twitch 10 minutes ago. Well, you've done it, mate. And now you're here, and now you can never leave. And now you can never leave. It's a thing. It's a fact of life. I'm afraid Unfortunately, you're just going to have to hold that. You're just going to have to hold that. Do you know what I mean? Let's see if we can get some stats up in here, because even though this is a chill stream, I still want my, standard stats. Wow, I've been frauded. There's no stats here. Yeah, this has been it's quite, it's not a friendly, but because it does, it's insane with the Community Shield, it counts towards minutes, goals, appearances, etc. What is interesting, though, if you watch my YouTube video on is the Community Shield a trophy or not, a major trophy, whatever, what is interesting is that technically, if you want to be cheeky with it, UEFA does not regard this competition as a major European trophy. If you want to be technical about it. And that's like one of the only times I found an official body trying to remotely define what a major trophy is, which is interesting, I think. If we sell Bernardo, who would you take? I'd push Foden to midfield, Manchester's getting Sane back. If Bernardo leaves, Cam, I'm going to be so devastated because I can't think of anyone I can't think of anyone who would come in and would be able to do the exact same job to the exact same level. Can't really think of any players that exist that are like Bernardo Silva in terms of what he offers. So if Bernardo leaves, and my other worry is that when's the transfer window ends? Is it 20 days? I've no idea if City have got their eyes on anyone, if they're making talks with anyone. So I'd be really worried if you could actually find even though I don't think he's replaceable at all, I'd be worried that if they did get some sort of replacement, then it would be sort of like a bit hurried. So, as you say, it might make more sense. I mean, it wouldn't make sense to not replace him, but it might sort of make a bit more sense to try to transition Foden, because I do think long-term Foden will be that central player. But Grealish as well. I think Grealish also maybe long-term could be that central player. So if that happens, maybe City needs to buy a left winger now Sterling's gone. I don't know. But hopefully he stays. Oh my god, burned his place of residence. Yeah, big up KX. Who has been my favourite City player, but no one else rated him? Well, I like Kolarov. I feel like he was a player who... I feel like Kolarov was like a player where no one... I don't think he probably got the credit he deserves. No, actually, I'll tell you who. Gareth Barry. Gareth Barry was hugely important to City under Mancini. I feel like he was a bit slept on. Technically to an ethical Prem to win the Shield, though. Exactly, Danila. Who do you think... who do you think we should replace Rodgers with if he goes? I think we'll stay unless we're relegated. That's an interesting one. Graham Potter. Graham Potter. He's done absolute wonders with Brighton. He should be in like a few years' time, he should be at a Champions League club, because I think he is that good. So, I don't want to insult Leicester by calling them a stepping stone, but Leicester obviously on paper at least a better, stronger team, stronger club than Brighton. So maybe that's his sort of route into, he does well with Leicester. Maybe he gets Leicester into the top 4, and then maybe someone like, United. I still think United should have gone for him. Maybe even City by that point go, this guy knows what he's talking about. So yeah, Graham Potter. Madrid are probably one of the only teams I see still use a 4-back in possession. Most teams use a 3-2-5 or 2-3-5 nowadays. It's vibes FC, Mo. How many goals and assists do I think Benzema's going to get this season? I think he'll slow down a bit. That's my prediction. I don't think he'll have a good season this time as last. So I think he will get 3/4 of the goals and assists he got last season. Where's Morgan the GOAT? Is he managing? My favorite City player of all time is Joe Hart. Don't know why. Just says, hey, Joe Hart was a bit of a baller. He was an amazing shot stopper, but he's not the modern goalkeeper which Guardiola needed. And whilst it was sad that he was moved on, it was ultimately proven to be the correct decision in the long term. No, Tayab. Pep staying forever. Yeah, I hope so. Going to be in Leicester going to be in a relegation scrap in 5 to 7 years, says Jack. We do know if Leicester get into a relegation battle, stay up, they will win the Prem the season after. Yeah, maybe it's all the long game. It's all about the long game. It worked before. It's going to happen again. Pep's still going to be kicking out in the dugout with a walking stick in 2050. And I would love that. I'd love that. He'd still be jumping around, breaking his hip every time he gets overexcited at something in the changing room. Is that not a foul? By the way, guys, yeah, the game is a bit boring. That's why I'm just talking to you guys rather than actually watching it. Do I think Graham Potter will be the first English manager to win the Prem? Lucas, well, before that happens, I want him to become England manager as well. I want nothing but the best for Graham Potter. I want him to be England manager because I know he'd do such a good job with our talented, young, creative players. And I do think he deserves to go to a Champions League club. I think he is that good. What do you guys think of Graham Potter? Am I just sucking his dick too much, or do you guys rate him as well? Let me know. Hey, we've got some stats. Sensational scenes of glorious emotion. What a bloody W. Move the ball, lads. Wolves might get relegated. Don't actually. Yeah, Cam. I don't know if you watched my. Premier League predictions video, but they're only the relegated sides did worse than them in terms of like scoring goals and shot creating actions and goal creating actions, and their goalkeeper performed the best from a shot stopping perspective. So, and we saw the most recent game, Sarr made an absolute mare of the situation. So, I've got Wolves to finish in 12th. I would not be surprised if they finished even lower. There's something weird about Wolves. I can't tell if they're good or not. And fundamentally, I don't think they are good. I think they had a good first season, but then everyone thought, oh yeah, now they're going to push on, become like a challenging for Europe team. You know, like Champions League sort of thing. Just never happened. Just never happened. Graham Potter's a genius. I put him around 5th. Yeah, thank you, Mo. Thank you, see. This is why I haven't banned you yet. Matty. Come on now. Come on now, mate. Both Vieira and Potter are underrated. Yeah, I like Vieira as a manager as well. The Super Cup was in Macedonia when United play Rao. You couldn't go. Oh, what AIDS that is. What a bag of AIDS. Him or Howe. Yeah, I like Eddie Howe as well. Again, I thought Eddie Howe was on the pathway. He's offside there, surely. The Frankfurt player. He takes a shot on. It's a good stop by Courtois, but it is gone for offside there. Yeah, Eddie Howe's another one. There was a period where I just really thought he was going to become the Spurs manager. Never happened, obviously. Howe ain't leaving Newcastle. Not yet, Oren, anyway. Not yet. I think they've got a really good manager there in Newcastle. I think Newcastle... I think in sort of like another 8 years, there'll be like an established top 6 side. Established. Like being in the Champions League a couple of years, etc. Nice save, but offside. Exactly, foul. REAL Madrid. You like Scott Parker? Scott Parker's an interesting match. I feel like he was dealt a tough card at Fulham when he got relegated. I don't think that was a correct deployment of his capabilities. Newcastle will get a Conference League playoff season. Yeah, I've got them to finish in 7th, Danila. They still got a league double against us at Mendy Masterclass at the Molineux. Mendy's so bad, man. I mean, today he pleaded not guilty or something, but I've said it before, even if he is found not guilty, his City career is over anyway, because he's been shit since his injury. Which is such a shame because he was so good. In his first like 5-10 games for City, he was actually amazing. And injuries killed him. Who are Newcastle? And Oren, that's a really good question. And I would not be at all surprised if it's Manchester United that falls out. You look at... Because let's be honest, it's not going to be City. And it's not going to be Liverpool. And it's not going to be Chelsea. Unless something outrageous happens. Like I don't know, like City do, or Liverpool do, like, you know, some Barcelona signings in terms of how poor they are. Oh, goodness me, Frankfurt have got to score! That's such a bad shot. He just waited and just hit it so central. Oh, what a ridiculous waste that was. Kamada, yeah. Had to do better there. It was... He just had to be more assertive there. And that would have made the game interesting. That would have made the game interesting had Frankfurt taken a lead. Real Madrid were cut open too easily there. But finishing was not there. Yeah, going back to, I think we'll come out of that top 6. I think that, yeah, as I say, unless something calamitous happens, I can't see it being City, and I can't see it being Chelsea, and I can't see it being Liverpool. I also can't see it being Spurs because of how well they're run. It maybe could be Arsenal, but if it was like if it was a few years ago, then I could really see it. Yeah, Arsenal, because they just don't spend enough money or spend it well, etc. However, they've got Arteta, who I think is a really good manager. They've got a very good squad currently, and they're investing a lot of money. So is it a different situation at Arsenal potentially? So I think that I can't see the future, but based on now, it's quite obvious. Oh, Vinicius gets quite fortunate there, but who cares for him? Oh, he nutmegged him too easily. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Man United fell out of the top 6 and Newcastle United took their place. The Red Bull ball. Fuck off, Kamada. Hot take, but La Liga goalkeepers are better than Prem keepers. That is hot, Oren. That is hot. Whip out the fail comps, yeah. Real haven't shot yet. Not yet, but my stats haven't updated yet. I'm gonna wait to see if the stats auto update. I'm gonna wait to see if that happens. But yeah, Real have not done anything yet. I'm so upset with Kamada, or whatever he's called. How did he not do better there? That's not good enough. Yeah? Who do you guys think? Well, first of all, do you think that in around 10 years, 8 to 10, let's say, 5 to 10 years sort of time, do you think that Newcastle will be in that as an established top 6 member? And if so, who do you think's falling out? My answer is Man United. Because of the systemic issues, the Glazers don't look like they're going anywhere. There are going to be issues at that club until the Glazers leave, and they aren't going anywhere, as I've just said. Yeah. I'd love a cheeky Real loss. Hello, Matty. I've seen Kamada shot now. This is KX. Oh, KXE behind. Here come Real Madrid now, though. It's Karim Benzema. It's really good play, but... What a block. That's outrageous. That's a goal. That is a brilliant goal-saving block on the line. That is as good as a goal. Goodness me. Benzema did really well. Vinicius, you expect him to score. Cut back there. Benzema, you think he's going to score. No, it's just a really good block, in fairness. That is a bit outrageous. I really thought Vinicius was going to bag that. That's really good. Yeah, I'm not sure you can have a go at Vinicius there, because if he went to the goalkeeper's right, he probably saves it. If he goes to the goalkeeper's left, it's a block. Brilliant block. Michael Nyson's going to send in a hostile bid. Who the hell is that, Matty? Also, it doesn't matter if they send in a bid, because the Glazers don't have to sell. Yeah, that's a great block. It would take Newcastle longer to break into top 6 than it did for us. Purely for the standard of football is so much higher. Yeah, I'm thinking like 5 to 10 years, Jack. There's someone who wants to buy United or he wants to make a bid. I'm sure plenty of people want to buy, but the Glazers know that they could just live off the dividends, which is what they're doing, and just have this commodity, this asset, because they don't have to sell. There's no reason why they would want to sell. So as long as that is the case, I don't see them competing for the biggest titles. Well, they haven't competed since they won with Fergie, which was next year. It will be 10 years. It will be a decade next year. A decade of United failure, which is insane. Well, how do you get rid of them? You can't, Matty. You can't unless they sell. People going on marches trying to get them out, they are not going to do shit. They're not going to do shit. Protests aren't going to do shit. Bruno Guimaraes and Gucci Max, both in top 10 players outside top 6. Gucci Max, that's a good name. Valverde, good play. See, Frankfurt, you know. Oh, excellent. The stats updated automatically. That is sensational. Sensational. There you go. That did count as a big chance. Kill them. In fact, let's see. I want to know what the XG was on that shot. Are you going to tell me? Oh, lame. It doesn't have that data for this competition. What a huge L. Filament is a bit stinky. Anyone called Musty is a bit questionable. Kill the Glazers. That's how you remove them. Burn them at the stake. The fact they are legally destroying a club is disgusting. Well, Matty, I believe that the way they did it was something called a leverage buyout. But essentially, the way they did it, I'm not going to explain the whole ins and outs of it. Basically, the way they did it, I'm pretty sure it's now the FA and the Premier League have now made it so that an owner can no longer do that. Oh yeah, Musty, that's a good point. Yeah, unfortunately for the biggest games, sorry for it looks like XG is only available for the biggest competitions. I'm pretty sure the Community Shield had XG though, so the fact that the Super Cup doesn't is a bit shambolic. Terribly sensational, says Lucas. Yeah, so this leverage buyout, they wouldn't be allowed to do it anymore because obviously it was such a questionable way to buy a football club by basically putting debt against the asset itself. It's a bit, which is it's just mad. Only really rich people would be able to do that. I just don't understand how it was allowed, and yet here we are. And yet here we are, and now. Oh, to be fair, United did win stuff under the Glazers. You know, they won a Champions League, didn't they? Because when did the Glazers come in? Was it 2005? So they did win stuff. But ultimately, that was because of Fergie. Basically, Mo, yeah, they leveraged the debt against the asset itself. I don't think the protests will do anything, Oren. I don't think they'll do anything. There have been protests, even because when that whole, when the Glazers first came into ownership, that FC United of Manchester club was founded because they didn't like it. I mean, even when they were still winning stuff, they were like, no, we don't like this. And there was loads of season ticket holders. I don't know how many. For argument's sake, let's say 10,000. I don't know the exact amount. To go do this club. And what happened next season? Did we see 10,000 empty seats? No, we saw people who've been on a waiting list for years just take up their seats. So a mass walkout, or this idea that United fans have the power to just not turn up and not renew their season ticket. Someone else is just going to buy the ticket. Whether it's another actual fan, whether it's just a tourist. So the protests at the end of the day are all irrelevant. It's good combinations and basics. It's nice. Yeah, Frankfurt have been decent, you know. They've had the best chance. They should have scored. If that Kamada chap was able to finish his dinner, then we wouldn't have an issue. The hashtag empty Old Trafford is so idiotic. Is that an actual thing? Is that an actual thing, Musty? Damsgaard to Brentford is actually a wild... I love that. I love Damsgaard because of my Sampdoria connections. My connections. Yeah, that's an... Yeah, because he was going to be like hot shit, wasn't he? So I'm surprised he's gone to a... No offense to Brentford, but I'm surprised he's gone to a club like Brentford. I thought someone bigger would have gone for him. It should be illegal, Matty. I mean, it's now not allowed. You can't do it anymore. However, it's too late. Too little, too late. Too little, too late. Free kick against England merchant. Da, 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 da. Watford nearly signed Damsgaard when we had Ranieri. Well, you should have done that, Sunshine. I might go to United game on Boxing Day versus Forest as I'm going to England to see family for Christmas. That's a good idea, Lucas. Yeah, if you can get a ticket, absolutely. But that is the sort of like, I mean, I don't know if you guys do it, but if you don't like the Glazers and you don't want to support them, the best thing you can do, I mean, it will be worthless, but at least then you can have some sort of self thing of, well, at least I'm doing my bit. Don't buy the kits and don't buy the merchandise, because if you do that, then what you are doing is funding the club and giving the Glazers more money. And I know that's not realistic for a lot of people. Oh, Kamada should have played him through, and now he finally has. Oh, it's another wasted chance from Frankfurt. They're playing some good stuff, you know. Real Madrid looking suspect at the back, and Courtois again is forced into action. Yeah, Real Madrid looking very shaky. Ranieri might be favourite non-City manager. He's certainly up there for me. Matty, no, mate. I'm sorry, but I can confirm I much prefer. Right. Here's the thing. Wait, well, let me just bring up, just so you guys know what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can highlight Matty's reference. Right, Matty's comment, sorry. Just so I can demonstrate. Okay, there we go. So here's the thing, guys. Yeah, I agree, Mo. Here's the thing. I have existed in a world where City have been shit, like in the third tier of English football, and Manchester United have been winning the treble. I've existed in a world where City have just been battered by them all the time in the Premier League, and it was a great result if you got like a draw at home. I've existed in a world where Manchester City and Manchester United were on a similar level and are competing for the same honours. And I'm now existing in a world where Manchester City are in a totally different tier to Manchester United, and United are rubbish and City are bloody brilliant. And it's the latter scenario which is by far my favourite one to be in. Let me tell you that. There's this really weird thing that I'm not having to go at you, Matty, by the way. No, I'm not going to be looking at you, Matty. No, because it's an interesting point you raise. Because there are so many people, it's mainly non-City fans, who say, oh, you know, I bet you wish it was back in the days of, you know, Main Road, where it was all like, you know, you weren't a rich club and da-da-da-da. No, definitely not. I'd much rather be winning Premier League titles than shitting it out in the Championship, or, you know, like just being mid-table irrelevance in the Premier League. I've existed through it. I've like lived through it all. I know which one's best. So unfortunately, Matty, I would much rather United stay bad and irrelevant. It would be good to see them. In a way, it would be interesting because then the matches become... Because right now, Manchester Derby isn't actually relevant. And Manchester United aren't relevant right now in that respect. It's obviously an important game, but you get what I mean. So if they were better, then the games would have more relevance. But at the same time, nah. The Thai owner was shit musty, and unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure he got done for illegalities in his homeland. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I think he was only owner for like a year or two as well. So yeah, he was a naughty boy. The people that went to protest a couple of days ago, all of them were wearing United shit. SARS going to Leeds. Is that to replace Rafinha or something, Village? City aren't brilliant, Tayab. I'm not sure about that. Not gonna lie, I wish I was alive for those times. It would make everything... Oh yeah, Jack, and it's great. It's great for me to have lived through those times because it makes the good times even better. Because it's like there was a season when, like, in Pellegrini's last season, where we only got in the top 4 and won the League Cup, and I was like, God, I'm disappointed that this season, like 10 years ago, that was unfathomable. Like in 2005 or whatever, that wasn't even remotely a possibility. So, but obviously expectations change. But yeah, it is good. It is good to. It's very good to have lived through the bad and the good. Because then it's sort of like, you know, I was supporting them when they were shit, and it's almost like a reward now. It's like a reward. Didn't we win both derby games against a few years ago? Probably Lucas, but I don't. But United haven't finished above City since 2013, so United have been worse than City for nearly 10 years. SAR's gone. We now have 25 mil to replace him before Friday's game versus Burnley. Just buy their best player, to be honest. Real Madrid are really going to go 1-0 up through a counter-attack. Vinny or Benzema going to score as well. Lucky club. Yeah, and I don't think I finished my thought process earlier. Counter-attack FC, says Easy. That's what I was saying before. I thought Real Madrid were unbelievably... I'm not saying they're a bad side at all, but I thought they were unbelievably lucky to win the Champions League last season. I'm not just talking about the final. I still don't understand how they beat Chelsea. Can't comprehend how they beat City. Well, I can. City somehow bossed it, but you know what I mean? And even Liverpool as well. In all of those games, the opposition in the match was the better side. And yet... And also... Oh, no, sorry. Apart from the final, they went... Did they go behind against Chelsea overall? Because I know they won at Stamford Bridge, but then did Chelsea come back into it? I don't know. Anyway, you see what I mean? So, yeah, Village, I literally know how they won. I know how they won, but I don't know how they won. Musty, you're absolutely right. PSG as well. Across the whole 90 minutes, PSG were better, but PSG just had a few minutes of mentalness. Frankfurt with some nice little passage of play there. Oh, that's cheeky. Casemiro got a bit done there, and the midfield is bypassed a bit far too easily there. Frankfurt won a corner. Hello, Zola, my man. Yeah, Oren, exactly, and also with the City match, Courtois with outrageous save in the final. Courtois with outrageous saves. I think United can win the Europa League. Well, guys, someone do ! Debate or DOTD in the Twitch chat, and we can have a talk about this. We can have a talk about who we think is going to win what this season in respect of Europe. Imagine not getting a FIFA 23 beta code. Wow, Village, does that make you a beta? People who use alpha and beta mail, unironically, are so odd. Corner comes in from Frankfurt. Can they do anything? It's good. It was well defended. Easy out. Easy out. God, look at that momentum meter. I'm assuming that was when Real Madrid had that Vinicius chance. City are winning everything, says Oren. Right, well, I will activate it. So today's debate of the day, guys. Who will win the 3 UEFA competitions this season? Lucas was asking who's going to win the Europa League. Let's go from bottom to top. That's a bit tricky because teams in the Conference League will be enhanced by the teams that aren't good enough to go through the Europa League. So, hello, Drill. So, I think that the Conference League will be won by someone who falls down. But who do I think that would be? I'll tell you what, Roma will... Oh, no, wait, Roma are in the... No, I don't care. No, do I care? This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Roma, and I don't even know if this is possible, Roma and Arsenal are going to get put into the same Europa League group. Okay? Don't even know if that's possible, but I don't care. Roma will top that group, and Roma will win the Europa League. Arsenal will fall down into the Conference League, and Arsenal... Wait, are Arsenal in the Europa League or the Conference League? They're in the Europa League. And Arsenal will win the Conference League. That's my very specific prediction there. Hammers win the chat. Hammers win the Europa League. Says 24 hours. They're both in part 1. Well, that can't happen then. Right. Well, I'll still say Roma to win the Europa League because that's fun. All right. God, I just wanted it to happen. Let me have nice things. Okay. Well, I'll still say Roma to win the Europa League. And I will say that... I don't know what teams are in the Europa League. Someone like... who finished in, like, 5th last season in Spain? Where did Bilbao... Bilbao. A Bilbao in the... What's it? I'll tell you what, DX. 24 hours DX. I'll go with that. I will go with that. West Ham will win the West Ham will win the Conference League. Roma will win the Europa League. That's what's going to happen there. Village thinks Rangers are winning a European trophy. Shrupi are winning the Conference League. Union Berlin will go deep. Yes, it is on BT Sport, Martin. It bloody is. It bloody is. Da 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 da. Champions League for Spurs 24. And do I dare predict Man City to win the Champions League? Do I dare do it? How can the second best team in Scotland win a European trophy? I mean, they've got a good chance of winning it every year. There's no reason why they can't win it. I think Bayern are going to go I mean, Bayern always go very deep, but I think Bayern are going to go, not only going to go very deep, but they're also going to look like they can win it. Rather than looking a bit shaky like they sort of did a bit last season. You think United have a shot at Europa League? They definitely got a shot, Matty. Yeah, let's go bold. Fuck it. City will win the Champions League. There you go. Smashed it. Oh my god, Village, chill out, man. City just winning everything they can. I reckon Spurs will be put into Europa League and win it. That could be a good shout. Bayern to underperform. Nagelsmann's overrated. Yeah, can Haaland be the difference maker? I don't see why not. City really needed a striker, a clinical finisher in their two-legged tie against Real Madrid. So many chances went wasted. So many chances were wasted. That was your calm down message. Oh my god. So yeah, why not? Why not? Manchester City to win the Champions League. Let's go. Yeah, I'm going to will it into existence. There's a Frankfurter offside there. Holland was amazing against West Ham. He was very good, wasn't he? Second goal especially was very lovely. Fantastic through ball by Kevin. Just opened up his body. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Liverpool to win the World Cup to Zolo. It's a bold claim. It's a bold prediction. It could happen though. Anyone else in your family support City, or we're just social rejects? No, my whole family are City fans. If they like football, they like City. I'm third generation. That's how it works in my family. Do 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 do. I think Holland will help City to allow City to play on the counter, especially Champions League where counter-attack teams seems to do very well. Well, certainly it will be. Oh, Vinicius with a shot. It's a good save. It's wide. Well, certainly in the games where it's like you got to take your chances. Realistically, that should be a thing. That was a very good save from Trapp. Haaland. He's a blue just like his dad. Now he's at the Etihad. Haaland. Hey. I want to hear that rung out. What a shot, but motherfucking Trapp saved it. It was a very good save from Trapp. Benzema heads it. Trapp doesn't claim it, and it's Militao. And Alaba, sorry. Alaba with the goal. I did say that a centre half would score, but I got the wrong one, and it's a scrappy goal. Don't necessarily know if it's deserved, but Real Madrid are leading, and that's what matters. Yeah, that was a. I thought Trapp was going to come and claim that. Benzema heads it. I don't know. I thought like the two defenders went for it, and Trapp went for it. I don't really know why. Yeah, Trapp. Trapp for me there. He had to either come or stay, and so if he went, he had to get it, and he didn't really do anything. Real Madrid against a run of play, set piece as well. If Liverpool gets semi-independence and establish its own national team, they could qualify and win the World Cup. I'm not sure about that one, Zolo. We're starting the season with a trophy, says Val. Absolutely, Real Madrid are winning. Not sure it's entirely deserved. But that's not really relevant. As we saw last season in the Champions League, it's not really relevant who deserves to win. Because you don't need to be the best side to win it. Oh, Frankfurt with a dangerous cross-in. What a shit goal it was. It was musty. It's a Liverpool answer. Well, maybe if that happens, Matty, maybe United can have grandeurs of finishing second. Who knows? 3-1 Frankfurt, says Jack. It's just such a shame, man. It would have been much more interesting had... it would have been much more interesting had Frankfurt actually scored that goal and taken the lead. But there you go, it's a thing. Oh well. It's probably already game. Where's my thing gone? Where is it, guys? There it is. Sorted. Who do you guys think's win the Champions League? Hello, Mo, mate. You fatty. How you doing? Suck your wrinkly mother, says Matty. Love that. 3 days into the massive feast. Musty, I have triple captained Erling Haaland. I've triple captained this man. He better do well, or I'm gonna pop off. I'm expecting good things. I think the last time because I haven't taken FPL seriously in so many years. The last time I triple captained a player was Sergio Aguero at home against Bournemouth, and he scored a hat trick. I'm sure he did, or 2 goals and an assist, something like that. For me, it's decently similar chances between PSG, City, and Liverpool. Oren thinks City. Imagine he starts Alvarez. If he does, I'm gonna cry. Always, that man is wearing white trousers. That is always a recipe for disaster. And let me tell you guys why that is. Because if you follow through, there is nowhere to hide. There is nowhere to hide. Real Madrid are coming forward again. Speaking of nowhere to hide, Frankfurt's defense. And Benzema. Oh, he should have scored that. Player of his quality. He should have scored that, I think. You've Haaland as well. Love it. You can't believe I picked Kane over Haaland. Oren, it might come in. I'm sure that Kane will pay dividends over the season, but there's just something about Haaland, man. Winning the sextuple, thinks Val. Not sure about that. Oh, no, well, what did they win last year? Who won the Super Cup and the Copa del Rey last season? I actually don't know. Did Real Madrid win them? PSG, some superstars that could turn up in the big games. I still think they got enough chemistry still. It's still the same front three. That remains to be seen, obviously. We'll see what happens when they actually come up against non-farmers in the Champions League. Liverpool have the winning DNA. They do. They've got a very good side. They'll certainly be one of the favourites. Betis won the cup. Oh, they can't win the sextuple then. I picked the Son and Kane duo. It's only match week 1 though, Oren, and Casemiro and Trap easily claims that. It's only match week 1. Literally anything can happen. Wouldn't surprise me at all if Kane and Son pay dividends. I think we can win it this season, but dark horses are Leipzig. Interesting, Jack. Very interesting. I'm going to say City win it. Maybe more out of hope, but I don't care. And I think that... Oh, it all depends on the draw. I think it'll be a City-Bayern Munich final. And Leroy Sané will score in the final. He'll score first. But then Bernardo Silva, who's still at the club, will equalise. And then Haaland will score. Haaland will score a penalty in the 93rd minute. Clip that up, boys. It's going to happen. I'm going to go bold and say PSG, Mo. That's outrageous. I just realised I haven't put a trap in the tactics board layout. What an L from me. The only fixtures that scare me are Spurs, Southampton and Palace. I mean, every fixture scares me, even home at Bournemouth, because I don't take anything for granted. City winning is a sensible prediction. It is every year, Zolo, but you think will win the World Cup? It's coming home. Come on now. It's coming home. I hope the players give up in the 91st, yeah. Make me laugh. Real Madrid will win the Champions League. Do you think so, Sval? I don't know. I'd be very... I mean, strange things have happened, but I would be very surprised if Real Madrid are able to almost look their way to victory 2 years in a row. I'm not sure that will happen. Vinny's been pretty impressive, says Mo. Oh, Zolo says Real won't. There's no chance. Yeah, but Sval, I mean, my logic is the chances of doing it 2 years in a row, because they shouldn't have won it last year. I'm amazed I'm amazed they again, all the matches in context, they weren't better than PSG, and they weren't better than Chelsea, and they weren't better than City, and they weren't better than Liverpool. It's very rare that you aren't better than 4 very good sides in a row and still manage to win over 2 legs. So I'd be surprised if it happened again. Because what signings have Real Madrid made compared to last season? Like who, like for example, I know Rudiger signed, but he's not necessarily a starter, is he? So in terms of the starting 11, I don't think there's any actual new players here. So what players have they signed to improve the starting 11? Musty, yeah, that I can't even begin to fathom that. That's Zola. That's what I'm thinking. I don't want Forest to go down, but we all know they will. Well, Matty, I've predicted them to finish rock bottom. The entire nation of England will become Marnie's pitch. Rudiger, and how do you spell it? How do you pronounce it? I don't know why I'm asking because I don't really care. Is it Chewy Mania or some bullshit? Do I play FIFA on PC? No, I've got it on Xbox, Martin. But I'm not getting the next FIFA. I only got this FIFA so I could stream it for you guys, but I just don't like the game. Really. I just don't like the concept of FIFA either. Chouameni. Chouameni. Chouameni, or is it Mani or Many? Chouameni. Many or Mani? Yeah. Do they don't strengthen the starting 11 necessarily, do they? Because what position is Chouameni? Is he a Casemiro replacement? Or a Kroos Modric replacement? I don't know enough about him. I agree that Football Manager is clear, Oren. I'll get the next Football Manager because I like that game. It is many. He's a defensive mid. There you go. 1-0. Real Madrid. It's been a really boring first half. Really shit goal. Real Madrid should have done better. Sorry, Frankfurt should have done better with that huge, glorious chance that they had. That could have put them 1-0 up. But they fucked it. They absolutely fucked it. And against the run of play, on a set piece, it's Real Madrid who are winning at the break. Orin, I have streamed FM before. And yeah, we can do it again, I'm sure. Hello, Ahmed. Then you guys got bored of the FM streams, though, so I sort of stopped doing them because you guys got bored. Hello, True Citizen. Vamos. Mo, we'll do it in a second. Don't you worry about it. Hang tight. Frankfurt. I keep dropping that. Frankfurt can't finish their chances, but we can. Exactly, as foul. I'm going to someone to unmute me. Well, Musty's an admin, so I'm sure he can sort that out. Aston Villa versus Everton. Why do I keep dropping it? Stop it. Why has KX left the server? I don't know. He'll be back, Musty. Don't you worry. He loves me giving him Overlord intermittently. He loves it. It's like his thing. It's like his spirit animal. I always have like 70% plus possession in the game and always draw. Hello, Harry. On Monday, you said you were going to Shaggy Girlfriend. I did, Harry. No, don't want to get too descriptive, but yes. I support Manchester City. Ahmed, how about you? Okay, guys, let's go to... Oi, don't rush me. Let's go to the Noblet phone-in, boys. Oh, there's no sound. There we go. Your station is the Noblet phone-in, where I speak to my bloody Noblets, a.k.a. the people who support me the most... Or, sorry, the people who support me on Patreon. We're going to go to general just because of Mo's shitty... Because of Mo's shitty internet, so we are... Or whatever it is, so... We'll hop...
Shush, mate. I'm trying to look at the Batman game.
We'll hop in here.
Hello.
Hello.
And I will ask people who aren't Noblet to not join. If one does, I trust a moderator will sort them out. Hello, Jack. Let's start with you, you rat. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. Just had turkey dinosaurs.
Are you doing a Ben AFC impression?
Oh, I should have. I finished them.
Do you want to do one now?
I've finished them. I can't.
Well, pretend.
No.
Dinner.
Hello,
Some dinner.
hello, Olivia John. Got some dinner.
No.
Have you been watching this game, Jack?
I have been, but not really. I haven't been paying attention.
It's a bit of an AIDS game, can't lie. Did you have any thoughts on it? Do you care about who wins?
Not really. It's another glorified friendly.
There you go. Does anyone want to argue it isn't a glorified friendly?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
yeah, it's not.
It's a major European championship, mate.
Okay, well.
It's
No, I think-
not glorified.
No, I think it's actually a pretty good trophy. Well, so
I
you know,
like
you
it.
have to participate in it. You have to be a fantastic team to win the UCL or the Europa League. So yeah.
I mean, Drill, you say that it's a major European trophy, but UEFA themselves say that it isn't.
UEFA are wafflers. It's a nice trophy.
But it's their
UEFA
trophy.
wafflers.
It's their trophy.
I'm right. Once again.
It's a nice trophy.
What, physically?
Well,
It's-
it's definitely on a higher caliber than the Community Shield.
Okay.
It's higher than the Conference League as well, in my opinion. The Conference League is a playoff to get into the Europa League. Let's be real.
Yeah. But when the Conference League, you're gonna have away nights to fucking Afghanistan, mate. Yeah.
Exactly.
Play-
It's awful.
And play Pyramid FC in Egypt.
Did actually win the Conference
Teams
League.
like CSK Sofia can get in there, then it's a shit competition. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on.
Musty says, please tell Mo to shush. Mo, shush. I'm doing great. Oh, sorry, not Olivia. It's Oliver.
Immediately.
Oliver, I'm doing great. How about you? What do I think the end
Kill
was?
yourself immediately.
2 Macedonian clubs could get into the Conference League, says Musty. That's great,
That's
but
exactly why it's a shit competition. I'm going to a Conference League game on Thursday, and I don't even know
Why?
Fuck off.
because I just wanted to go. So I'm going
who's playing?
West Ham versus some other random team. I don't know who the other team is.
Do you know what country they're from?
They're from like Finland or something like that.
Skamaka's clear of Nunez, says DR. Not my words. Not my words.
They are, man.
To be fair, Liam did say that Haaland is better than Nunez. To be fair.
And we have photographic evidence that cannot. That is
Concrete.
literally indisputable. So, you know.
Got verbal evidence of me saying that Nunes is clear, mate.
Look. Past Drill clearly knew what he was talking about. Present Drill's a sham artist.
Well, past Jill said Nunes is better, so
There's no evidence of that. The only evidence I can see is that Past Drill had an epiphany.
Yeah, I was legally blind before that.
No.
Day, so.
you blackmailed me.
Wait, Ollie, thank you so much for following the Twitch. Feel free to get involved in the chat.
Unfortunately, you're gonna have to hold that, mate. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, Will's mod, and I said the only way Will would get mod is if you accepted he was better. So.
Well, I haven't accepted it. So
Wait, we obviously have. So as long as Will is mod, you think that clearly. As I say, otherwise it wouldn't have happened.
Next
pulled.
is more for one, unfortunately.
Yeah, I pulled that economic lever, and that lever's only pulled when that situation happens. Is the thing. Oren says, "I'm very grateful West Ham's are in the Conference League, so we can get another version of the Leicester go rant." Oh right, yeah, I remember that.
What?
There's like a YouTube video. It's this West Ham fan properly popping off because West Ham did shit. It's basically like the equivalent of Arsenal fan TV, I guess, but for West Ham.
We couldn't score against Astra fucking
It's iconic. What team do I support? Ollie, I support Manchester City and England.
I support Liverpool, mate.
No, I do not support that fraudulent
He supports
fraudulent club. Drill would get it. Harry's obsessed with Drill, man, I swear.
Nobbins, what are your thoughts on Bradford City?
I've got no thoughts on Bradford City.
They're the best city in their country.
What are Blackburn?
They're a town.
Okay, imagine not being a city.
Imagine supporting a team in Manchester, like that dirty place.
Why?
Shit
the
hole,
fuck?
mate.
Don't
Oh, come on,
shit
let's
hole.
go.
Ollie,
Yeah.
Ollie, you're a Brentford fan. Excellent. What do you make of the
Real Madrid
Damsgaard
Tony.
signing? Let me know. Let me know what you make of the Damsgaard signing. Jack, what were you saying?
What?
Ivan Tony's washed.
Wow, why haven't you go at Brentford, man?
Because they're irrelevant, aren't
Fuck
they?
off.
I like
That's the
Brentford.
club.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's why you wear B
LNobbins,
shirts, man.
no one cares about your opinion, mate.
All right. Yeah, that's not very nice.
Good.
Was
Don't
it
cry, mate.
was it a City or Sunderland top? What?
Real Madrid can fuck off as well.
Tev
Yeah, they
says.
can.
Tev says, "Mo, kill
I
yourself."
hope-
Brilliant.
I hope they lose today.
The
Like,
score.
they should. They deserve to be losing right now. But
Yeah, the score, Curtis.
they use some black juju magic again.
Score, Curtis, is 1-0. Frankfurt should have taken the lead. Real Madrid scored from a very scruffy corner goal against the run of play.
It should be like 2-0 Frankfurt right now.
Who
And
scored?
it was at Alaba.
Alaba.
Shit.
But
Against the run of play in a set piece as well. Dirty cunts.
yeah, so I'm quite confident that Real Madrid is going to win this quite comfortably now. I think I said 2-0, didn't I?
Second half is gonna be pretty boring, I think.
Musty
I
says
have a McDonald's ad right now.
Musty says Mo
Thank you,
seek the
dear.
tallest pyramid. Brilliant. How close do you live to the pyramids, Mo?
I don't know, like
He lives in them.
maybe 30 kilometers away.
How long will it take you to walk to them?
Pretty long, mate. Like 2 hours, maybe.
2
Nah,
hours.
maybe probably even more.
2 hours.
Maybe even more.
2 hours isn't
maybe
long.
Well, I'm not gonna physically 2 hours to the very mate. What the fuck do you think I am?
I don't know. Pyramid lover, I guess. I don't know.
Can you see him from your house, mate?
No, I can't.
Mate, that,
So it
you
would
don't live
take a
close
lot.
to them.
I used to be able to see them, but I moved house.
Yeah, Mo's Egyptian, Matty, yeah.
I used to live. No, I honestly I used to live like from walking distance away from them. I could walk 10 minutes and I'd be in the pyramids.
Have you ever climbed up with them? Because I saw a video and someone climbed up the pyramids.
Yeah, I'm not mental.
I think
Fair
that's
enough.
Have you ever been
highly
inside them?
illegal.
Yeah,
it's not
that's
illegal,
highly
but it's
illegal.
nice.
You'd probably get shot up there.
Well, Matty says, I thought Mo lived in the UK. No, he's
Yeah, I don't get stabbed every day,
no,
unfortunately.
he's an Egyptian fraud. Don't be daft, he lives in Wandsworth,
I tried to
Curtis.
keep-
Brilliant.
I try to keep my life stab free, so I don't live in the UK. Especially not Birmingham or London.
Oh yeah, fuck that. Fuck that.
Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Or Manchester.
Or fucking Harlow, as Joe says.
That's what it's called, mate.
Hello.
And not Hall.
It's a great place.
Not Haaland, Harlow. Fraud. Thank you, Harry.
Harry Stolen, mate.
Musty with the
Wait,
phone.
which
Victoria Beckham
Oh wait,
from-
Frankfurt are playing that.
No.
Well, I think Frankfurt are gonna win the Europa League again. Actually, no, no, Arsenal are gonna win it.
I've
Morton got an
gone
assist.
I've gone for Roma to win it.
Hey, shush, mate.
And ask, mate.
Yeah, Nobbins. Well, we said this before. No one cares about your opinion.
Yeah, Bradford City are going to win it.
Yeah. I'm so sure, mate. I'm so sure.
What? They have the best. captain in the
Arsenal
world.
are gonna win. Arsenal are gonna win the Europa League. Spurs, one of them.
I wouldn't mind that. I like Arsenal. They're nice.
Arsenal are gonna win. Arsenal will win the Premier League before United do.
Oh,
bro,
bold.
definitely.
Now that's is that a real hot take?
Man City
I
won't
don't
even
know.
get out.
Well, it shouldn't be. It should be an ice cold take at this point. Yeah, that's that shit.
Why the fuck don't you support Barnsley? Yeah.
What the hell is that?
No, I think Arsenal's structure as a team is good enough already to win the league. They just don't have the quality.
Jack just lost in Noblet Roulette, Nabinia Roulette. Sorry. What you doing, mate?
No.
No,
What the fuck was that?
I ain't giving
What
you
is that
shit.
sound?
You're entitled
Nobbins,
to.
kill yourself.
You're entitled to 5,000 a month, Jack. That's how many you get.
I think you
Can I
should
have
just
some more?
keep this.
I gave all my
cool
Gibaldi.
then.
No, you get 20,000 a month, Kante.
Nobbins, how about you keep the call the whole game? That's a double.
Yeah, go on, do it.
I gave
No.
them all. I gave them all.
What do you mean no?
Sancho and Rashford.
Whoa,
Let's
Mo,
come
that's a bit
together.
rapey, mate.
Whoa. See, that's massively out of context.
Yeah, well, I can clip that up and I'll cancel you, Sunshine.
What did he say?
Okay.
He said, he said, and I quote, "What do you mean, no? No means no, Mo, okay, mate?"
No means
Well,
yes.
that's
Fucking hell, Trill.
That's not what Greenwood said.
Yeah, I know, exactly, yeah, and what's he? A fucking rapist?
No, he's
Well,
not.
Nobbins, what did you cancel me? What did you cancel me for? I have like 2 followers on Twitter. Yeah,
well,
sure,
well, those 2 followers, they're getting mudded in the bin.
I'm pretty sure they're both bots. So yeah, fair enough.
You can't cancel someone that doesn't care. No cap.
Yeah.
I'm so
Well,
sure.
if I just say something racist on here, what's gonna happen? Nothing, mate.
Well, you won't be allowed any more phone-ins, that's for sure.
I'm gonna say fuck the Serbs here. Nice, mate. Especially if it's a certain tennis player.
No, just any of them.
Oh, here we come. We've got a tap-in merchant exclusive. Sergio Gomez to City. Here we go. Verbal agreement reached with Anderlecht. Fee will be more than 10 million euros, closer to 15 mil to be signed soon. We've got a left back. Get in. Surely he can only go on loan if we sign another left back.
What is this? Is this World Cup FBL modded now? Fuck.
Like who we need to sign someone else. Surely.
We're looking for another left back.
Okay, well as long as we sign another left back, that's fine. But if not, then we're gonna have to keep him. To be honest.
So, are they gonna keep the whole? Are they gonna keep the call for the whole game then?
No, right. I'm gonna head off to the second half now, boys. Get your final. Get your final. God. Get your final thoughts in, lads. Matt, this is a Nobbler only chat, mate.
I'm gonna win. Frankfurt are gonna win. Inshallah.
Get out of here.
Get out.
Get out of here, man.
Matt,
Get him out of here.
fuck off.
Go make some sandwiches, mate.
Yeah, okay, thanks,
Nobbins,
guys.
Kill yourself.
Bye. Love you too. There we go. That was the Nobbler phone in. If you want to take part in those phone ins, oh gosh, I turned my light off. You're more than welcome to. You can click that link there to support the channel and allow me to continue doing this full-time permanently. Anyway, back to the second half. Hello, Cam. Mendy's entered the chat. More from Fab. Sergio has a good chance to be part of the City team. Otherwise, he'll be loaned outside the league side. Girona. Is it Girona? Girona? I don't know. Well, if City don't sign someone else, they have to keep him because it will mean that our options are Cancelo and only Wilson Esperant if we send him out on loan. So we need to keep him. IMO. That has to be a thing. Harry, what? You okay, mate? Why am I a nonce, Matty? Why am I being labelled as a nonce? I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Little rat. Who's winning the game? The best club in the world, it says Foul. Yep, they are currently winning, but as we've come to get used to Real Madrid doing so against a run of play. Matty, that is a major doubt. Harry, I think I'll pass, thank you. I think you sent me pictures of Aguero topless, Matty, not me. I don't think I've done that. I'm not sure I do that, to be fair to you. If we're being fair, and I think I am, I don't think I do that. Right, second half is on its way. Sorry this game's been so boring, by the way. I wasn't actually going to... I totally forgot this game existed. Totally forgot it existed. Like, we were just going to do Fall Guys then, and then someone said, oh, we're going to do the Super Cup. I was like, oh, yeah, why not? So here we are. And there we go. The second half has kicked off. Brilliant, Oren. You probably beat it to Aguero, not going to lie. I do love Aguero, but not that much. I want to keep him because he can play everywhere, and I mean everywhere, even striker. Look, he's a obviously, you know, if there's one thing I've said about Sergio Gomez, who I only heard about today, it's this. I've always maintained this. He is the king of total football, yeah? He's essentially Johan Cruyff reincarnated. So it's a thing. Realistically, he's clear of Cruyff. Suarez are clear of Aguero. Less of that, Warren. Less of that. You've got another turkey dancer. What a W, Jack. What a W. Outrageous scenes. Oh, Vinicius Jr.'s done well, and then he plays a really poor ball in. A very poor ball. There's a knee reveal there. Yeah, you like that, don't you? You like that. You say Hall and left-back Gomez striker. Huge. Sergio Gomez is a more complete... Yeah, exactly. Where's Drill when you need him? Sergio Gomez is more complete, to be honest. Stick him in goal, as far as I'm concerned. Stick him in goal. I got some orange chocolate buttons in my mouth. That better not be a euphemism, Harry. Hopefully that's just chocolate. Chocolate. It's just another Super Cup. How many Super Cups have Real Madrid won? I imagine it's a fair few. A fair wodge. I'd like to know the stats on UEFA Super Cup, Europa League winners versus Champions League winners. That'd be interesting. Scott Carson, left back. Pep could make it work. 100%. Haaland to play left back to shut down Salah. Hey, why not? He's certainly stronger and taller than him. Oi, Tayab, less of that. You little rat. You little rat boy. Right. Could something please happen in this game? Should we play a game, guys? I've got a game that we should play. God, I'm so hot in this room. Idea. That's not the game. The game is... Give me your... So, there's all these best Premier League 11s, etc., etc. I want your second best Premier League 11. Because best, you know, whatever. So, this gives the opportunity for players who wouldn't normally be available in a best starting 11 to do that. Okay, Jack. Well, you guys don't have to do it, but I'm going to do it because I want to do it. So, this is my best Premier League starting 11. I had, well, actually, I'm not going to do it so it works as a cohesive team necessarily. I'm going to do it so it works just position for position. Okay, it's effort. It's too much effort for you guys. Don't worry. I'll do it and you can critique me. So, my main team would be, I'd have Schmeichel, Zaber, Terry, Rio, Cole, Ferner, Vieira, Gerrard, Silva, Aguero, Henry. That's my best starting 11. So I can't have any of those players in this one. Hello, Maylene. So, no, you can't, Harry. So, this is my second 11. I'd have Czech, because it's close between Czech and Schmeichel. But I'd have Czech. Right back, Neville. Left back, Dennis Irwin. Centre halves, I can't have Terry and Rio. So I would probably have Vidic on the left. And Company on the right, probably. Yeah, that's probably what I'd do. Am I missing any? I feel like I'm missing an obvious centre half there, guys. I wouldn't have. Oh, by the way, I'm by all time I'm talking about longevity. So Trent, Suarez, Van Dijk, etc. aren't even in the conversation. I think it is Vidic and Company, isn't it? Yeah. So yes, I'd have Vidic and Company as the left and right side of centre halves. Because Vidic was a left side of centre half, Company was a right side of centre half. Oh, Sol Campbell, that's a good shout, Cam. That's a good shout, Cam. Yeah. It is a good shout, but I just don't know if he gets in. I think he just messed up. If I was making like a third team, then yeah. Gary Cahill, I don't even know if he was that good, really. He was all right, but I feel like he was one of those players who was made to look up a lot better by the fact he had John Terry next to him for a lot of his career. How many seasons has Van Dijk had? Is it 3.5? Because he missed a whole season? That's not nearly long enough. Not nearly long enough. Oh, Frankfurt are coming forwards. Come on, lads. Oh, it's a good tackle by Casemiro. Yeah, so I'm happy with that defense. Defensive midfield. I'm going for another diamond in midfield, by the way, just to keep the formation the same. For the sake of my brain. Defensive mid, can't have Ferner. So it's probably between... Well, there's... the options would probably be Carrick, Sen, Makalele, and Gilberto Silva. And I think I would have... Probably Makalele. I'll have him. In terms of my 2 players in front of him... Harry, I'm not going to answer that question. Don't worry about it. Players here, not Roger Musty, no. Again, we need to longevity. So I had... Who did I have in the first team? I had Gerrard and Vieira. I think I've got to have Yaya Toure. David Silva's in the first team, Jack. Got to have Yaya Toure. Scholes? Probably Scholes and Yaya. It's a shame that Roy Keane misses out. But... I'm not sure I can justify putting him in. Well, I'm thinking Lampard will be at the tip of that diamond, Musty. That's what I'm thinking. So the midfield, so it'll be a midfield diamond. Makalele sitting. Yeah, David Silva in the first team, Tab. Makalele sitting, and then the more box-to-box players would be Yaya and Scholesy. And then attacker mid would be Lampard. That's what I'm thinking. So that tip of that diamond. We're doing this isn't an all-time. It's a 4-4-2 diamond, Musty. Yeah. We're not doing an all-time 11, Mo. We're doing an all-time 11, but you're not allowed to include any of the players who you'd include in your strongest Prem starting 11. So, for example, I'm not allowed Schmeichel, Zabba, Rio, Terry, Cole, Ferner, David, Vieira, Gerrard, Henry, Aguero. De Bruyne will be better than Lampard. Cam, I agree, but I think it's still too soon. I don't like comparing players when their career still isn't over. So for now, I am going to have Lampard in the tip of that diamond. As I say, I'm doing a 4-4-2 diamond because there's just so many good central players. I feel like they are like I've done 2 Prem starting 11s and I still haven't got Roy Keane in there, which is a shame because I love Roy Keane. Well, not like that, but you know what I mean, as a player. So it's a shame that I've been able to fit him in. So as I say, the diamond is Makalele, Scholesy, Yaya, Lampard. Scholes and David Silva don't play the same position, Tayab. It's a second string team, but it's still yes. Mo, this is what it is so far. Czech, Neville, Company, Vidic, Irwin, Makalele, Yaya, Scholesy, Lampard. Obviously Alan Shearer because he didn't make the first team. And I can't have Aguero, can't have Henry. Shearer's there. So who is the 4th best striker in Premier? Who's the 4th greatest striker in Premier League history? It's Wayne Rooney, isn't it? There you go, Wayne Rooney. I think Wayne Rooney gets to be in there. Mulsey says Kane. Harry says Kane. I think Wazza should get in there. Bit tricky because he also play attacking mid, but yeah, I'd have Wazza, I reckon. Oh, Vinicius! Trapped. Comes out with a good save. Andy Cole says, Tayab, I'd rather have Rooney over Andy Cole. Overmars underrated, no, isn't a striker. It was a decent save, Tayab. Yeah, so that I think that would be my second string, and that's still a really good team, isn't it? So as I say, it's Czech, Neville, Company, Vidic, Irwin, Makalele, Yaya, Scholes, Lampard, Shearer, Rooney. Now that is a team. I say, and that's only a second team. That is a second team. Goodness gracious me. Give us the worst Premier League. There's far too many. There's far too many players for that, Musty. I can't. I can't even begin to think because you have to include players from that Derby side which got relegated with like negative points or something. Huge AIDS. Yeah, it was a very good save. Hello, DR, mate. Welcome back. Come on, this game's dead, says Musty. That's why I'm trying to bring some interest into it. Fabian Delphin looking to miss out. Look, he's a Centurion thingy. Guys, if you are watching on TikTok and you want to take part in the conversation, come over to my Twitch. The link is just in my bio on my TikTok page. Goalkeepers Adrian or Bravo. Yeah, to be fair, I think you'd have to have Bravo in goal. Where's Andy Carroll? Yeah, unfortunately, for the game's sake, Real Madrid have come much more into this side. Harry. Probably Mrs. Nobbins, Harry. Delph is it's the basics of football. Matty, don't drop your phone, mate. Shall I do a third starting 11? For the Prem, just to see how far we can go before we have to start including players that we don't really rate. Drop bench start Trent, Walker, and James. In what context, though, Tayab? Because, for example, Trent would be my third choice if we were talking about England. But if we're talking about, like, overall as a right back, then it's a different situation, isn't it? Delph still is better. Delph better defensively than Trent. Why am I bad? What do you mean, halves? Trent's the best fullback of all time. Okay, halves, calm down. Maldini literally exists. I think Allison's up there for the third team. Hello, Ewan. Your stream notifications showed me unimaginable trauma back to Aaron Ramsey pen. I hope Holland tears his ace. Oh my god, Ewan! Oh, Gertz is coming on. Ewan, mate. I wanted Rangers to do well in that game. Why are you having a go at me? David Seaman. Yeah, I want to do this. I want to do this third team. So that's an interesting question, guys. Who is starting with the goalkeeper? Who's the third best keeper in Premier League history? Allison's an interesting shout. David Seaman's a very good shout. De Gea, I feel like De Gea probably should be in and around there, but it's just not been it recently. Van der Sar, Jack says. Yep. Yep. Van der Sar. I've decided Van der Sar goes... Allison's not going in my team, as Roy Keane once said. 100%. Just how's possible for this game? Kids are on the floor crying. You and me, much love to your kids. Not like that. Not like that, you weirdo. De Gea's, yeah, I think De Gea's up there. For sure. Maybe he makes like 5th place. Or you know, like 5th, 6th, that sort of area. But yeah, definitely, I'm having Van der Sar. I like Van der Sar. That was such a weird. I think United signed him when he was 34 years old, and he was outrageous at United. Hart, I like Hart, but a bit too inconsistent for me to sort of be. I think probably top 10. Joe Hart's probably top 10, maybe, but it's sort of towards the lower end of top 10. He's not like top 5 or in that conversation. So yes, Van der Sar definitely. He was really good. Right back. This is where it gets tricky. I tell you what, I'd probably have Kyle Walker. Because even at... Oh, Real Madrid are in here, are they? Oh, Frankfurt got some defending to do. And Chap claims it. Yeah, I think Allison's top 10, Mo, definitely. But he was also good at... But he wasn't just a United player, Tayab. Who did he play before United? Who did he play for before United? I think it's Kyle Walker, you know. Valencia, fuck off. Because it's not... He was also really good at Spurs. Jack, I don't know, mate, but why not? You guys decide where you want to go. You can go to the YouTube if you want. I mean, in fairness, I technically earn money from the YouTube streams. I don't earn anything from the Twitch. So technically, if you want to, you can go there. That's fine. Oh, Casemiro has to score. Oh, he's... Crossbar. Klein. Yeah, I think it is Walker, you know. Best roller coaster. It was called the Tornado or the Typhoon at Bobbijan Land. It was literally a vertical thing. That was sick. I think it's... I'd say Kyle Walker... Genuinely, I think that Kyle Walker will overtake Zabaleta by the end of his career. Because at Spurs, he was also really good. And at City, he's taken it to the next level. I don't think that's a stupid shout. So, yes, I'm going to say Walker. We've got Van der Sar, Walker. This is where it gets a bit tricky. I'm going to say Campbell and Cavalio. Oh my god, I've forgotten his name. Oh my god, I've forgotten his name. Cav. It is Cavalio. Okay, great. Cavalio. Sensational scenes. Sensational scenes. I'll have Campbell and Cavalio. Mangala and Demichaelis. Klavan and Mangala. yeah, it's Carvalho and it's Campbell. That's fine. Left back, Evra. Defensive midfielder. We might have to start. I tell you what, we could get away with this team by playing wingers now because we've used up so many good central players. But let's see how we do. Let's see how we do. Defensive mid. I'm gonna go for. So I've had Ferner and Makalele. So it's Essien or Gilberto Silva. Probably. I think I'll go. Yeah, I think I'll go Essien. Roy Keane finally gets into the side. Fucking hell. Took long enough. Yeah, Keane finally gets in. Alfie, yeah. and now Carrick. So that's a good. Who do I prefer, Carrick? I tell you what. Yeah, I prefer Carrick to Essien. Yeah, I tell you what. I don't know why crying at Essien, Teb. He was a very good player. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about Carrick. Yeah, we'll go Carrick instead. I tell you what, shall we play 4-4-2 so we can finally get some wingers in? Or a 4-3-3 maybe, because what other sort of central midfielders are we missing? We could have what are the shouts for central midfielders could we have? We could have you could go for Fabregas. Big Ginger Kev gets in, says Jack. I'm just a bit reluctant to put Kevin in. I don't know why. 4-3-3, put De Bruyne in the 3-8. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Why not? Oh, Frankfurt did well to create the opportunity, but it wasn't quite good enough. Yeah, we'll do that then. We'll do a 4. How about we do a 4-2-3-1? We've got Carrick and Roy Keane in that sort of double pivot type thing. De Bruyne in the attacking midfield role. We can have Ronaldo on the right. We can have. So that means we only need to get one striker. So we can have Andy Cole or Drogba as a striker. I've been in the game, says Musty. And who are we having on the left? We could have Hazard. We could have Gareth Bale. We could have Ryan Giggs. Who do you guys think? Hazard, no, a bit Overmars, says Cam. Or Perez. We could have Perez as well. Actually, I've decided on something else. The striker is not going to be Andy Cole. It's going to be Dennis Bergkamp. This is going to be a much more fluid sort of team. Oh, Benzema, could you get a second? And he does. There you go. Now, I didn't get the order right, but I did say Benzema would get a goal and a defender. I did say Militao, but I did say Benzema and a defender would get a goal. Trap, questionable goalkeeping. Yeah, it's another dead goal, to be honest. He might... It looks onside. St. Maximum. But yeah, so how's that for a team then? So if we got Ronaldo on the right, Hazard on the left, and Negredo was a beast, and then Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp centrally. What a W of a team that is. Good lord. I'm a bit sad I can't get Gareth Bale in there, but I think that, I mean, if we're talking about like over a span of like two seasons for Spurs, then yeah. But he wasn't at that level for long enough for him to justify his place over Hazard, I think. Bundesliga keepers apart from Neuer are dead. Well, also Stefan Ortega, Jack. James Milner, the best winger of all time, so JH plays. Joelinton robbed. Well, Ginola, it's a good shout, Matty. I feel like that's the thing, there's just so many good players in the Prem. So many good players in Prem history. I mean, we just made like we got down to our third. We got down to the third best team, and we're including players like Carvalho and Carrick and Roy Keane and Kevin De Bruyne and Dennis Bergkamp. Carvin's been robbed. I do think that De Bruyne will... I do think he will be... I think he will end his City career... I think he'll end his Premier League and footballing career in the same tier as Steven Gerrard. I do think he is that good and will be able to maintain that level. His third best team was still win the Prem. Exactly, Mo. Exactly. It's a W. Lovren has to get in. I'm not sure about that. Or Benzema trying it around the thing. Yeah, I mean, this game's gone. Do the worst. But I can't do the worst team because, as I said, I have to include players who I can't even remember the existence of. How about we do sort of like worst, but... because, for example, Mangala was obviously shit. But he was still much better than, like, players that have been relegated who were, like, championship quality. But how about we do, like, an 11 of players who sort of, almost like a team of flops. Worst but memorable. Yes, exactly, JH plays. Yeah, exactly. So bad, but... And maybe sort of like a flop as well. Oh, sorry, Kazoo. Hello, mate. How you doing? So, in goal... And also, I'm going to take into account, like, price tag and all that stuff. So, in goal, I'm having Kepa. World record goalkeeper. Dog. Shit. Quite frankly. Shit. And somehow Chelsea spent all that money on him and he got replaced almost immediately by Mendy. So I'm putting Kepa in goal. Centre back, left centre back, I've got to have Mangala. Got to have Mangala. Oh, Bravo. Oh, that's a good point. I tell you what, because there was a time when Bravo just did not save anything. Then yeah, I'm having Bravo. Oh, Mo, keep that in mind. I want to do that after I've done this team. So yeah, I'm having Claudio Bravo in goal. Very good shout. Mangala, left centre half. Klavan, centre back. Maguire, left back Mendy. The Mendy one's tricky. I'm not just because of off-pitch stuff, but because of injury. So I don't know if it's fair to put him in. Maguire. Yeah, maybe for price tag and expectation and what's actually happened. Maybe. I'm sure there are so many other names that I'm not thinking of, but I guess if we keep it as, just commercial six clubs, then yeah, we'll have Slabhead in there. Right back. God, who's been a dog right back? I mean, we could go back to City's really bad teams. Fucking Danny Mills. Was he a right back or left back? I can't remember. Danny Mills, you rat. Where are you? Actually, no. He was quite good before. Well, to be fair, I'm being a bit harsh because he was actually all right before joining City. Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, let's do it. Let's have Wan-Bissaka in there again. What was he, like 40 million quid? 40 million quid. Absolute dog wank. Absolute dog. Oh, and now Real Madrid going to make it 3. It's Vinicius in the box. Is he going to take a shot? Striker has to be... We'll get to strikers, Cam. Don't worry. Who are we going to have at left back, though, boys? Who's been absolutely... Or shall we just go with Mendy? Shall we just go with Mendy because of the price tag and the expectation? And yeah, let's just go with Mendy. Why not? Just make it United over the last 10 years. Well, DM, shall we have like McTominay or Fred? You could technically... I think you could technically have... no, it's not a... Wasn't exactly a DM, more of a central midfielder. You could have Juan Sebastian Veron because of the price tag and the expectation, he actually made that United side worse. I know it wasn't actually bad, but he could be an interesting shout. Oh, it's nice link up between Vinicius and Benzema there. McTominay is still 24. Oi, don't be mean to Delph. Oh, this is going to make it 3, is it? Oh, he probably should have gone down there. Fernando was shit. I tell you what, yeah, because Fernando was shit, we're having him in there. Oh no, Javi Garcia was worse though. Yes, oh my god, yeah, I'm putting Pogba in there and I don't care. This is really nice from Real Madrid, and they're not able to do anything with it at the end. Yeah, we're having Pogba in there because I've got an agenda. Yeah, KX, they're winning and winning well. Garcia was good looking, you're absolutely right. Lucas Leiva. And then, yeah, let's have Chelsea Torres. And, yeah, on his day, unfortunately, guys, his day was the 30th of February. And who else might be a bit dead? Jesus Navas, right wing. Pepe's a good shout, yeah. Nolito. Yeah, I rate that. Fabio Silva for Wolves, 30 mil. He's played about 20 games. Yeah, DR, I forgot he existed. I forgot he existed. Honestly, I like that. Kazoo, Nolito on the left. Nolito on the left and Pepe on the right. Chelsea Torres through the middle. Yeah, 70 mil for Pepe is a bit mad. I know they paid in installments, but it's still a little bit insane. Yeah. There you go. We've made the worst team in the history of the universe. Now, Mo, what was that thing you asked me about? Disrespect to Andy Carroll. A devastating front. Yeah, that is ice cold. Ice in the fucking veins, mate. Nolito crossing to fucking no one. Torres still missing the ball. And Pepe just existing. I still can't believe Martial had a Ballon d'Or clause, yeah. Well, that's the thing. It just goes... Well, he was a Golden Boy winner, wasn't he? It might be interesting to do like a YouTube video on like the Golden Boy winners and like how their career spanned out, what happened to them, that sort of thing. Guys, do you remember from the quiz who was the first ever Golden Ball winner? Chelsea left. Yes, absolutely, Jack. That is probably the worst signing in Premier League history, I think it's fair to say. Top five team seasons. So Mo, do you want me to... So how am I doing this, Mo? Do you want me to sort of do it in terms of looking just at the individual season? And am I doing who'd win in a fight? Or am I doing who had the best players? Or which club was the greatest in terms of like achievements? Where'd rank Tevez? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. Tevez is a weird one. Because of all of his issues. Because he was a shithouse, wasn't he? The thing was that when he was like in his prime, he was one of the world's best, but I'm not sure if that necessarily lasted as long as it could have done. Off the top of my head, I'd say like top 15. Kolasinac was really bad. I forgot about him. The worst signing of football history is Coutinho to Barca. That's a good shout. Because of how much it fucked up the club as well. Doing 11 based on who would scrap someone the best. Scott Carlson, Golden Boy 2022. Just how good the team were in that season. Okay. Okay. So, top 5. I'm just thinking. So this isn't the order, but I'm just listing some teams now, which I think should be in the top 5. United 99. City Centurions. Mourinho's Chelsea in 05. It's hard. It's hard because football's so much different now. I'm sure that if like the United 99 side came up against the current Liverpool side and they played each other like 100 times, I'm sure that the Liverpool side would beat them. But it's a different era and different fitness levels and different football, so it's really hard. Tom Hudson would better in the S. We've never had injuries. Off the top of my head, teams up there would be City, Centurions. Yes. Yeah. I'm sort of reluctant to put in the Arsenal Invincibles because what they achieved was really impressive, but it's better to win and lose than draw and draw. Not losing is not better than winning. Winning is better. But I'd tell you right now, I'm having City Centurions at the top. Like, definitely. That's the best. Apart from, like, you know, fucking European sides like Pep's Barca, etc. That is the best football I've ever watched. Certainly in the Premier League. I actually think that United 07-08 were a better side than United 99. But it was just that United 99 won more. So I'd probably have United 07-08. Bloody Wigan. So yeah, so I'd have City Centurions at the top. And then I'd have United 07-08. City Formidables. Oh my god. I don't know. I guess I've got to have the Formidables in there, haven't I? Matty, I don't know what you mean. What's so delusional? Do it relative to their time, because obviously football gets better year by year. Yeah, it is hard. I still think I've got to have the Centurions at the top because they did 100 points and no one's ever done that. And it's the best football I've ever seen. And I still want 07-08 United. And then I'd have... And then I guess I'd have City Formidables if I'm having to do it based on an individual season. So I don't like doing it based on seasons. I like doing a collective. And then probably... I probably need to get Mourinho's Chelsea. And then... Who do I think was better? I'm not going to talk about the Arsenal Invincibles. I'm either going to have Liverpool or United 99. But if the question is relative to the era, then it has to be United 99 because they won the treble. So I think I've got to have them in. I guess it's a hard one because it's different eras. Jack, what are you saying? Sorry, I can't hear you. Oh, I can't see. Southampton. Okay, I don't think so. Yeah, so by doing it based on individual seasons, I'm missing out a lot of teams. But I don't know if I can... Yeah, I think both City sides have to be in that top 5. I just think they do. It's tricky. Blackburn 95 says Cam. Because I'm just like thinking, what do I think is better? I'm just like running through the Liverpool side of my head. And it's like, the Liverpool side was obviously really good, but the United side had Schmeichel and Stam and Irwin and Neville and Keane and Scholes and Giggs and Beckham and Andy Cole and Dwight York. Oh, Real Madrid on this deadly on the counter attack. It could be 3-0 here. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that ranking. Oh, Kroos, a long shot out. If we were doing it sort of like based on who would win in like a one-off match sort of thing, then I think a Liverpool side would get in there because I do probably think that the Liverpool side would beat that United side just because of how much football has progressed. City 99, yeah, got to include Dickov in there. DR's gone. United 08, Centurions, United 99, Chelsea 05, Liverpool 2018. You haven't gone for the formidables though, DR. That's interesting. When City won the domestic treble. Southampton 50-16, Mane, Tadic, Pella, Big Poch, Van Dijk, Long, Guanyama. Yeah, you could make such a sick side with all the players that have left Southampton in like the last sort of like 5 to 10 years. It's a bit insane. A little bit insane. Oh, Kamavanga. I've lost so much interest in this game. Don't tell Musty to shush. That's not very nice. But yeah, what do you think of that list, guys? I think the list is quite good. Liverpool to go down, says Harry. Brilliant. The closer we got to Pella in EPL. Does the Community Shield count as domestic? It does, DR. Drill asks, how is 18-19 Liverpool in, but 19-20 isn't? Well, if I was going to pick one, I'd pick 19-20. Drill. Liverpool 19-20 treble. What was that? I feel like Leicester title winners has to be in your top 5. Well, in terms of an actual team, no. It's very impressive what they did. But it was largely thanks to the inability of other teams to do anything. Musty, what the fuck? If only Frankfurt... What's interesting, Jack, you say they're the worst. What's interesting is that there was a United side which won the league title with like 70-odd points in the 90s. And that's the thing, like, the football in the very early Premier League years was, relative to now especially, quite poor because there was nowhere near as much money in it. So there's nowhere near enough, like, research into player development, etc. I can't remember my rankings now. Someone clip that. Mine Centurions, 19-20 Liverpool, Invincibles, 04-04 Chelsea, and the treble winners. It's a good list, Drill. I think it's... Oh, the first division. Well, Musty, that gets a bit tricky because... it used to be that a win used to be 2 points. So you'd have to go back and do the calculations to see... And actually, that might change the league tables as well. In the Premier League era, it was Manchester United in the 90s. And I think they got 70 odd. Something like that. I think did Leicester get 81? Something like that. And this United side got like high 70s. I mean, in the first season, there was no competition. I think like Norwich came second or third or something ridiculous like that in the first Premier League season. So in the earlier days, United didn't really have proper... I mean, if you watch my rivalries video, Middlesbrough's so good as well, what a dub. If you watch my Premier League rivalries video, United didn't really have a proper proper challenge until Arsenal came along in 1998, I think it was. United were getting PTS. What's PTS, Matty? Yeah, but they never actually challenged them, Matty. Rovers won once and then dipped into irrelevance. Newcastle never did anything. Oh, points. There was definitely a year where they won the Prem with very low figure. Rudiger's on. Oh, the new Real Madrid, man. What a W for you, sir. What a dub. Yeah, so I don't really know what my point was. I don't even know if I had a point. I think maybe I'm just saying that I think football's probably got harder. Certainly compared to the very early Premier League stages. I don't know, Matt. I'm not sure if I agree. I'm not really sure if I agree. You say, but what's it more competitive based on? Because in the early 90s, Manchester United won like... They won at least 3 in a row in the 90s. And I think they won like... People talk about how City dominate the Premier League right now. But United won like 5 in 6 or something like that. It was something ridiculous. And City have never done that. So it was actually less competitive back then. I think it was maybe 97 when United got 75 points to win the title, about 10 points. That sounds about right, Kazoo, yeah. Pep's better than Fergie, says Will. I think it's too early to say that. Although, if we're comparing where Fergie was at in his career compared to Pep, Pep is ahead of him. But Fergie's got like an extra couple of decades on him. Goodness me. In fact, I'm interested. I want to find out right now what the exact stat is there. I want to find out. List of Premier League winners. Let's have a look, see. 2000s, the golden age, says Will. There are a lot of strong teams there. Let's have a look, see. Arsenal 37 won the league with 21 wins, 10 draws, and 11 losses. Fucking hell. So it was United, Blackburn, United, Arsenal, United, Arsenal, United, and then Chelsea came along. Arsenal, Chelsea, United, Chelsea. That was up to until 2010. So what is that? 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in the first 10 years of the Premier League, United won 7. So they won, and what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, I can't do the maths. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in 9 seasons, United won it 7 times. So they won 7 out of 9. So it was way of course it does matter, because what is the league at the end of the day? What is the league title at the end of the day? It's whoever wins it, isn't it? So and what's interesting is that shall we have a look? That's actually, I'm interested. City pissed in the league, though United had challenges. Again, I don't necessarily agree with that. So certainly not in the very early days. And as I say, ultimately, well, if we're doing the no matter, that doesn't work, because if your argument now is that it's not competitive anymore, then I could say, well, City have only won it by 1 point last season, and they only won it by 1 point in the 18-19 season. So therefore, it is still incredibly competitive, even though everyone talks about, oh, City have won the last 4 out of 5. So if we're going down that rabbit hole, then you've got to say that right now it is. You've got to say that right now it isn't competitive either. So let's have a look. See. So in the first 2 seasons where United, so let's have a look at all the times United win it and see which ones were actually close come the end of the season, because I am interested. So the first 2 were not close at all. And then in the third time, again, did not go to the final day of the season. Again, 7 points difference. I think that was the year Arsenal won it, so that's fine. Yeah. Oh, Ben, could they make it 3? No, they can't. Okay, so that one was settled by 1 point. So that's the first one we've come across where it's actually been close in terms of the title challenge. 18 points difference there. Really, really good title challenge in that year. Really good challenge. That's the same year, you idiot. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Not a challenge there. Oh, that's not the right year anyway. I'm an idiot. Again, that's not the right year, so why did I do it? Wait, do I even need to go that far? No, I don't. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so in those 7 out of 9 that they won, there was 1 year where it was an actual title race. A genuine title race up until the last day of the season. They've actually... So in that sort of dominance sample pool that we've just taken there, it's actually been more competitive in the last 5 years than it was the first 9 seasons of the Premier League. So the whole premise of, oh, it used to be really competitive and now it isn't, from that time period anyway, certainly does not track. You're on FM, up there for Berlin, love it. In 97 won the Prem, 97 was 75 points, and 21 wins and 12 draws, so it was 3 points a win. Oh yeah, the Prem was always... the Prem was always... 3 points. I could not finish my thought process there. So yeah, so there didn't used to be 3 or 4, certainly in that period. And there you go. No, I said the English League used to be 2 points. I never said it was the Prem. It used to be back in the day, like in I don't know when the rule changed, but back in the 60s and 70s, for example, it used to be 2 points a match. Drill says the league's so much more competitive now. Twice in 4 years, there's been 2 teams on 90+ points. Yeah, I don't. So Matty, the argument doesn't work. As I say, United not only won 7 out of 9 league titles. Out of the 7 that they did win, only 1 of them was a title race up until the last day of the season. Only 1 of them was won by 1 point. There was one which was like 18 points. There was 10 points, 5 points. So there you have it. So there you have it. Now you might want to argue that the league was more balanced and maybe it was harder for teams generally to get a win. For example, with the gap between the haves and the have-nots, maybe that gap has gotten bigger. However, in terms of competitiveness towards the top end of the table, that argument does not wash. And this is why it does annoy me a bit when people are like, oh, City are ruining the league. It's not competitive. Oh, it's full time, by the way. Fucking hell, thank God that game's over. When people are like, oh, City are ruining the league. City have never won 3 Premier League. If City win the league this season, it'll be the first time in their history that they've won 3 league titles in a row. They only just managed to get they've only done 2 league titles in a row twice. United have won 3 in a row. Is it twice? Yeah, 3 in a row twice. So, and as I say, the 7 and 9, that's even more dominating than I thought it was. So, if and when we get to a stage where City are, winning league titles by like 15 points, as the oil argument also doesn't work so low because every club spends vast amounts of money to win league titles, and the likes of Chelsea and United and Real Madrid were playing that game long before City joined the party. So that also does not work. Real Madrid 2. To be fair, I did say Real Madrid would win 2-0. Benzema would score. I did say Militao would score, but another defender did score. So it's not too bad of a prediction. It's not too bad. Trust the feast. Real made almost all of them, but it's irrelevant. It's not the money in football ruining football argument. It's irrelevant where the money is derived from. All that matters is the end net result of spending it. It doesn't matter if it's earned or not. Surely the detriment, if there is one, is spending it. Because at the end of the day, in a market situation, if one club earns their money and the other club doesn't earn their money, and they both spend £50 million in the transfer market, what's the actual economic outcome difference? There isn't one. At the end of the day, it's about money. It's not about... Because money is money. So it doesn't actually matter. It doesn't actually matter about it. City have won 6 out of 10 of the last 10 campaigns, so it's still not the same level of United's dominance, is it, Matty? So again, once again. And also, what's interesting is that if you and this is also what I don't understand. In the last, actually, think about the whole Premier League era. What have been? You tell me what you think the top 3 title races have been. You tell me. I'll tell you what I think it is. It's City versus United. It's City versus Liverpool. It's City versus Liverpool. And it's City versus Liverpool. And what is the common trend in all of those? Man City are involved in all of them. So City are actually this team that's apparently ruining the league, and it's really non-competitive, and they shithouse the league or whatever, or they walk it. They've literally been involved in the best title races the Premier League has seen. Certainly 11-12 is the best. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, Musty. Liverpool in 13-14. Liverpool in 18-19, and Liverpool last season. Yeah. Liverpool are in it 3 times. And United are also in there 11-12. So, and if we talk about dramatic final day action, it's the Aguero goal, again, City involvement, and in terms of recent games, it's the oh right, well, you can have 4 then. 4 for the price of 3. Must that just furthers my point even further. So yeah. When I hear Balotelli, I shit myself and cry in the corner. Yeah. So what was my That's the whole argument. City have been involved in the most competitive Premier League seasons. They've been involved in the most exciting Premier League seasons, and they haven't dominated the Premier League to nearly the same extent as Manchester United did in the early Premier League. And yet it's City who are the ones ruining football. Yeah, but Zolo, that's a totally separate issue, and and as I say, the origin of the money has no inherent impact on the economy of the football market. Because if you spend £50 million of oil money and £50 million of venture capital money, the final outcome is the same. City and Liverpool wouldn't be as good without each other. They made at least some... Exactly, Joe. Exactly. Now, if City were, like, spending outrageous... if they were spending, like, outrageous amounts of money on individual players. So, for example, I don't know. Let's say that they spent £100 million on Maguire. Let's say that they spent, like, £70 million on Cucurella. And let's say that... I don't know. You know what I mean? Like they consistently break not only consistently break like transfer records, but they also overspend heavily. And by overspend, there's a difference between spending a lot and overspending up on a player, because you can buy, because for example, £75 million on Van Dijk, whilst it was a world record amount for a defender, it's not overspending because he's clearly worth that much. It is overspending to spend £80 million on Harry Maguire. It is overspending to spend £50 million on a Fernando Torres who's arguably past it. If you have... Here's an economy lesson. If, let's say you've got this club here, Club A. Now, Club A goes out. Let me. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Let me preface this. The argument that some people use, I'm not saying you guys use it. The argument that some people use is that City spend a lot of money, therefore that ruins football, therefore that inflates the market, therefore that ruins it for everyone else. But this is the scenario. This is what actually happens because City, whilst they do spend a lot, they're actually surprisingly sort of frugal in that they don't just... For example, the Cucurella one, they didn't spend 60 million on him. They're like, no, we just don't want him. If Club A signs 2 players who are worth £50 million for £50 million, they've spent £100 million. Let's just like say those the only transfers signings. So they've got a net spend of £100 million. Now let's say Club B, there's a player who is... don't know. Let's say that player is worth £50 million, but they spend £75 million. Now, Now, if you look at just the net spend, what's happened? Club A has spent £100 million. Club B has spent £75 million. Aha! Therefore, Club A is unfairly inflating the market and ruining the economy of football. But the actual thing is Club B has overpaid, and they have inflated the market by overpaying. So now, this £50 million player went for £75 million, and therefore, all the other £50 million players have to, by virtue of just like football inflation and how economics works, all of the £50 million players now have to increase in transfer value. So, what City do in general, there are a fair few exceptions, but generally speaking, what City tend to do is pay at around market rate for players. They don't. It's very rare that they will go mental and overpay out their arse unless there's some like really specific circumstance, like I don't know, like a release clause or something. Whereas you've got Manchester United, not just having to go United, but it's a good example. Harry Maguire, £80 million. He's not worth £80 million. But because you've set his price tag at £80 million, you've therefore inflated the value of everyone else. I'm just rambling. Anyway. Anyway, that could be a whole different video. Maybe that'd be a whole live stream. I don't know. But anyway, guys, quick economics lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it made sense. Hope it didn't bore you to fuck. I'm going to head off now. That game was boring. What I've just told you is probably boring. But hey, we move. I'll be back on Friday for Jackbox night. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Have a lovely rest of your evening. And let me just end that there. Oh, there we go. And yeah, and I will see you next time. Bye.